What's up guys, Coding Novice here. We're on a quest to learn Python with the help of ChatGPT. We started off by asking for 5 programs to develop, and after we cruised through those, we asked for another 5. Today we're starting on the first of those 5, and we're going to take it to the next level. Instead of just running in Python, we're going to create an app that pops up, which is easier as a user interface for anyone to operate. Okay, so it wrote us this calculator program really quickly. And if we run it, the first number is 3, the second number is 6, and we are going to multiply them, so we should get 18, and it worked out. It returns a float so that we can do more complex operations. Let's try again. It doesn't have a while loop. We have to run the code a new time each operation. 0.75, there we go. Our calculator works. How can we make this more difficult? I want it to put the operator in between the numbers instead of asking for both numbers in succession, because 3, 4 divided doesn't make nearly as much sense as 3 divided by 4. I also wanted to include sine and cosine. Low key, I think it was really important that we changed the order, because if you put in sine or cosine, then it only accepts one number, not 2. Let's see, let's try again. So it just does the first number. It shouldn't ask for the second number if we're doing sine or cosine. Let's ask it to change the code. So now it just asks for the first 2 automatically, and it shouldn't ask for the second one if we don't need it. Technology is getting to a point where with simple logic and common sense, you can use something like ChatGPT to generate code that you wouldn't be able to create by yourself quickly. And even if it doesn't give it to you exactly the way you asked, you can ask for changes, and it understands the previous conversation you had and can adapt as such, oftentimes giving you the whole program that you can just copy and paste. Now if we type in 4 cos, we don't have to type in another number. This calculator works pretty great. Now let's throw it a curveball. If we just ask it to add as many functions as it can think of, what happens? We've added square root, log, logarithmic, and exponential. So this adds 3 new functions. We didn't even specify which ones, it just kind of guessed. And hopefully we'll get a more complex calculator that's more functional with such a simple prompt. It's crazy. We just got the square root of 45. But we want it to continue, so make it run on a while loop until the user presses Q. This is pretty cool, but for somebody to use our program, they have to press run, and just looking at this kind of system is a little bit intimidating. What if we want it to look like a regular old app? Okay, so this works, but now we want to create a UI in a pop-up window to run this program. If everything went right, we should have a window pop up. Oh, here we go. Here's our little calculator app. It doesn't have any titles to the field, but let's just say we type in 13 plus 10, calculate. Yeah, it did the math. That's pretty good. We want to make the UI easier to use and add a help page. Okay, we can quit out the old program and attempt the new. Wow, it just conked out. It doesn't matter though. We should be able to run it. Here's the program. Now we have instructions, we have labels, and we have numbers. It even comes up with a way to solve numbers that are too big to fit. gives us the supported operations. I kind of wanted a different page, but this works. In the next video, we'll tackle the next of the second set of 5, and that's this one. So we'll create a program that's able to write in Pig Latin. I had older cousins that always used to talk in Pig Latin when I was a little kid about things I was probably too young to hear. After a year or two of overhearing them, I kind of just picked up on it through attrition. If I had had this app back then, I could have understood some things I really wasn't supposed to hear.